Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Storytime. Today, I have with me a baby rhino iguana. Now, rhino iguanas happen to be one of my favorite lizards. At my previous job, I had a really big rhino iguana named Fish Sticks, and she was my absolute favorite animal to take care of. So when we had the opportunity to get a baby rhino iguana that was born in captivity and not taken from the wild, then we jumped at it because I love to show these guys off. It's hard to see on his nose, but there's 3 little bumps on there. And as he gets older, those bumps get larger and make him look like a rhinoceros. That's how he gets the name rhino iguana. Now, these guys always stay this nice gray color. When we think of iguanas, we think of them being green, a little bit of yellow and orange and yellow. But these guys will always be this grayish color because where they come from in the Caribbean, like Hispaniola and Haiti and the Dominican Republic, they like to live in like rocky outcrops. And so they blend in with the rocks by being gray. While they're out there, they're mainly going to be eating flowers and shrubs and any veggies, but every once in a while they'll eat some insects or even some carrion, which is animals that are already dead. Now, they can be very smart. People don't think of lizards as being smart, but iguanas tend to be very smart. You spend time with them, they become very social. They get to learn their names. They can even be conditioned and trained to certain things. So they're very cool lizards. And one of the things I get to point out on him, because he's still so tiny, is, you see that dot right there? That's called a pineal eye. So a lot of reptiles are still born with a third eyeball. So their ancestors way back near the time of the dinosaurs had a third eyeball on top of their head. It didn't really work like a regular eye, it just determined shadow movement, because a lot of these guys are going to be predated by birds. So that means birds want to eat them. So that helps tell shadows when it's going over top of them. So it would help them get away. They don't really use those as a function anymore. So this starts to get taken over with scales. And so normally skin will build up over it and they don't really use it anymore. Now, as you can see, he's just kind of hanging out on my hand. But sometimes they can get pretty active and want to run away and go down into burrows in between rocks. Unlike green iguanas, these guys don't like to climb. They're not really built for climbing, and if they fall, they could really hurt themselves. So they like to stay on the ground. But they get to explore a lot. So because of that, today we're going to read Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. So this is one of the good Dr. Seuss books. And I think it applies to this baby because he's still really young. And because he's going to be an active lizard and want to run around and check things out. So we're going to read Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. What? Don't get mad. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the places you'll go, Mr. Rhino Iguana. It's gonna be hard not to take you home. All right, congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. And you'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you'll say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. Oops, skip a page. Sorry, sometimes trying to turn book pages while holding a lizard takes a little bit extra effort. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. And when you get all hung up in a prickly perch, you and your gang will fly on, you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and then the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not so in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. Can you stay right there? You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, you should turn your left or your right in 3/4, or maybe not quite. Or maybe go around and sneak in from behind. Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find. For a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breathtaking pace and grind on for miles across weirdishly wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for the hair to grow. Everyone's just waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a good chance you'll meet some things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, through the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the Hackens cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you'll hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxom or Bixie or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. That is one of the really great Dr. Seuss books. Great Dr. Seuss books. Because it encourages us that no matter what's in our way to keep going, that you can't just get discouraged, and also that things won't always go your way, which is fine. Things don't always go your way. You just have to persevere and keep trying to go through them. So, especially for a little guy like this, maybe some little guys like you out there watching, doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl or not sure or in between. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you want to do or if you have a plan. It doesn't matter the color of your skin or where you came from. You'll go great places. You just have to persevere and keep going. Just like this awesome rhino iguana, who's so cute. Oh. Do you want a close-up? Do you want to see yourself? You checking yourself out? See if we can get you to calm down. There we go. This is the magic touch for rhino iguanas. You can put them right to sleep. Yeah, oh, the places you'll go, little guy. Well, I hope you guys learned a lot about rhino iguanas, and I hope you learned a lot from our story. So, we will see you next time.